This is a mandatory broadcast issued on behalf of the West Hollow School District and the Department of Domestic Containment. Please remain calm and listen to this message in full. As of 9 p.m. this evening, multiple households within district boundaries have reported a recurring disturbance involving domestic animals, particularly dogs. This bulletin is intended to provide you with critical information to keep your household safe. There is no cause for panic. Please stay inside, keep your doors and windows locked, and do not go outside for any reason after 11:30 p.m. Initial signs of the phenomenon are consistent across all affected homes. Between the hours of 12:17 a.m. and 12:23 a.m., dogs begin barking, suddenly, sharply, and always at the same spot in the home. This location may vary per household, but once established, it does not change. Witnesses report that the barking is intense, continuous, and unresponsive to familiar commands. Even trained service animals have refused to obey. Do not attempt to approach, touch, or calm your dog. Do not attempt to investigate the location it is fixated on. Lock all interior and exterior doors immediately. This is not a behavioral episode. This is not a hallucination. Your dog is not barking at nothing. It sees something you cannot. At first, what it sees may remain hidden to you. This is good. Do not try to see it. Some households have reported hearing sounds accompanying the barking. Soft tapping on glass, subtle scratching behind walls, or footsteps in rooms that should be empty. These sounds always come from the area your dog is focused on. If you hear your name whispered in these moments, do not respond. It is not your family. It is not your neighbor. It is not your own voice, though it may sound exactly like it. If you are watching this transmission on a mobile device, set it down. Do not use your camera to look into dark rooms. It is already adapted to reflective surfaces. We now understand the stages of progression. Stage 1, barking, fixed attention, refusal to leave the spot. Stage 2, environmental changes. Light distortion, shadows that persist after the source is removed, cold spots, sounds of shallow breathing from inside the walls. Stage 3, the entity makes itself known. We use the term entity because it does not match any known biological or spectral profile. It does not walk. It slides. It does not speak. It imitates. It does not break in. It finds a way inside. In homes where the warnings were not followed, the following sequence was observed on recovered surveillance. Dogs begin whimpering just before 12:29 a.m. Their tails go between their legs. They look back at their owners and bark once, a single, loud, desperate cry. Then they go silent, and then they run. Not away from the threat, but toward it. If this occurs in your home, do not stop them. It is already too late. Lock your door and wait until sunrise. Survivors describe hearing a low, bone-dry rasp, like something dragging its body over wood. Some say they felt breath on the back of their neck while no one was there. Others recall a smell, a thick, rotting sweetness, like spoiled syrup or blood in milk. The first known fatality occurred 3 nights ago. The dog's body was found curled up by the front door, completely intact but silent, its jaw extended unnaturally open, as though it had tried to scream and failed. The owner was never found. Only their shadow remained on the carpet. Do not ask us what that means. We do not know. If your dog begins barking tonight, you must act immediately. Do not record it. Do not turn on the lights in that direction. Do not call anyone. Lock the door. Lock the door. Lock the door. We believe the entity is using dogs as a warning system. Not out of malice, but because they can see it for what it is. Your dog is trying to save you. Listen to it. However, reports suggest the entity is learning. Dogs that previously barked now cower. Some lie still and silent when it approaches, their eyes following it until it disappears. A new behavior has emerged. If the dog looks at you instead of the door and begins barking at you, leave the room. Shut the door. Do not let it see you flinch. Do not cry. Do not speak. It is watching from inside the dog's eyes. It can imitate sound. It can imitate form. It will try to speak through your dog. Do not believe it. If you hear it speak in your dog's voice, calm, familiar, saying things it should not say, like "come closer," or "it's safe now," or worse, your own name in your own voice, do not engage. That is not your pet. That is not your voice. That is a hollow inside a hollow, learning your language, practicing for the moment it stops needing a mouth. We have reports that in advanced stages, the entity can crawl. The sound resembles a sack of wet leaves dragging across hardwood. When it is close, the barking will stop completely, and a soft, wet sniffing can be heard at the base of doors. If you hear the sniffing, do not run, do not hide, sit still, do not breathe loudly, pretend you are already gone. Final instructions: do not open any door after 12:30 a.m., even if it knocks, even if it begs, even if it barks like your dog or cries like your child. The entity will test your trust. It will fail the test. You will not get a second one. Remember, lock the door, stay quiet, stay cold. And if you must look toward the sound, do not meet its eyes, because it will already be smiling.